All right, welcome back, Pokemon GO players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is January 11th, 2026. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
It's your boy. We're back at it again. We took a week off to catch up on news because it was a little slow.
I mean,
apparently, good to see you.
Yeah, apparently we get everything, we talked about everything, right before the New Year's. And then we're like, oh, yeah, there's really nothing to talk about today. It's like, what are we doing? It's like...
Niantic's funny. I'm sorry. I'm
You're still last year. You're still in last year. Yeah, you're still in last year, son.
Oh my gosh. But I mean,
technically it's still Niantic. Like half of the company's there, I think. I don't know. It's like it is a little weird.
Tiny bit.
Yeah. And you know, they haven't really changed anything Niantic wise. They're still calling themselves Niantic. The game still runs as Niantic. I don't know when that's gonna happen. Maybe in the 10th year. We just speculation at this point. You know, we're here once again to talk about Pokemon GO news, updates, and ranting about the game because we love the game just as much as everybody else. Don't forget, we are part of the Pokemon Professor Network. This episode of the Purified Podcast is brought to you by our Patreon. Everything we do here on the Pokemon Professor Network is powered by our community. You can join our community supporters and patrons for as little as $1 a month. We offer a range of support tiers and various benefits. All patrons will gain access to our Patreon exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. So don't forget to check us out at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor to enjoy other wonderful podcasts out there for, I don't know, whatever you really like at this point. But yeah, we have a lot of Pokemon podcasts out here. Way Spotters and everything. Good Morning Johto, After Dark, right? They really are just going all over the place, but I love it. I love it very much. But yeah, so now that we got that out of the way, we had about maybe 2 weeks since we talked, and of course we were talking on our first podcast of the year. So yeah, we had a couple of live events, pretty substantial. I mean, we had the New Year's event ending, and then do we have something else in between before this one? I don't think so, right?
New Year's.
I mean, it's still pretty early.
All the crabs, and I think it was just those two.
Yeah, and we also had Kieran Ray Day yesterday. Which we'll talk about that too because I don't know what's going on with that one. And yeah, that's pretty much the small little recap. But I know you have some things to talk about. I have some things to talk about. What you got?
Yeah, it's been good. Let's look. Yeah, it's been pretty interesting the past few events. Nothing crazy, but definitely a lot of fun. I think our podcast that we did was like the 30th.
The 30th or 31st. Was it the 31st? No,
30th,
it was the 30th.
31st.
No, because if not, I would have been here before New Year's, and that would have not been fun. So yeah, it was the 30th. Yeah.
Okay. So I believe all my shinies started on New Year's Day, so the first. I was able to get a female Pikachu with the top hat, and a Hoot Hoot, which was a one I already had before, but they're always cool to get. I got a wild shiny Lunatone, so I'll take that. And another shiny Dedenne. So that was like 3 Dedennes in a month.
That's crazy, brother. I barely got the one, and I've been doing a lot more eggs.
Dude, I like Dedenne, but I don't need the non-costume ones.
Right.
And then for the community day, I got 1 shiny Piplup. I didn't play very long.
I figure.
Yeah. But definitely fun to play. I wish I played longer looking at the backgrounds.
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I was able to get a Dynamax Hundo with Drampa.
You mother.
He's cool. I just don't think I'm going to use him that often.
Says the person who's looking for the Hundo for the new Mega.
Oh, wait, never mind.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I know, right?
uh,
You were like, that
I kind of
you,
forgot. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's a
And
one.
then I did get a shiny Onyx.
Nice.
From a quest, I got a Hundo Doduo. Just a Poochie and a shiny. You know, out
Because
and
why
about.
not? Yeah, why not, right?
I did one black Kyurem raid, and I got the shiny Kyurem.
Nice. That's
And
it? That's
then
it? That's all your race you did that day?
I just did one. I wanted to
Wow.
do Zekrom because I wanted to get his shinies, but
Oh.
everyone was doing the fusion.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, well, we'll
At
talk
least
about it.
when I was interested.
Yeah.
But I should have been raiding earlier. I kind of forgot it was like a timed event. And then I did get a quest shiny with a launcher, and that wasn't like the free one. That was like
Yeah.
out and about.
Yeah. No, that's pretty good too, you know?
Yeah, but tell me about what you got. I know you probably got some goodies to start the year.
Oh, yeah. We'll start with the shiny. So I'll talk about the Hondos in a second. You know, because why not? Let's see. So my very first shiny of the year was actually a Heracross.
Ooh,
That started off in the year of 2026. Bad stats, female, not a bad thing. You know, one of the things. Then I did get 2 shiny Jigglypuffs with a costume, 1 Pikachu with a costume, and 2 Hoots with a costume. So we'll take those. You know, it's like I had already the Hoots for a while, and Jigglypuff. I think I had like 4 Jigglypuff from the event, which is
did
crazy.
you say was it a male or a female Pikachu?
It is a male one.
Okay.
Yeah. I did play Community Day, as much as I did because I actually had to leave a little bit early. But I did get 2 with the background, which was actually pretty cool. One of them won the wild. The other one was, I think, a research one that I did. Or I think it was the special research, I believe. Let me check, actually. One of the two. Yeah, it was. It says here special research. Okay, so 1 special research and 1 won the wild. So that's pretty cool. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 shiny Piplups. So that was pretty good. I did trade it for a Reshiram too.
Ooh.
I was able to get the shiny Drampa. Because, you know, I am lucky. I don't know about that being lucky. I just wanted the Hundo, and, you know, somebody else got the Hundo. Also,
You know, that's funny because I think I would have preferred the shiny.
right? Actually, I completely forgot, but during Community Day, our friend Amanda actually got the Shundo Piplup. So, I mean,
Oh my gosh.
and that was in our group, that was the first person who get a Shundo out of the entire group, you know, so. Luckily was, I mean, I say luckily for me, of course, but but the jealousy, of course, because I wanted to try to get the first Shundo of the event, and that was like what I tried to, or at least, you know, try to get the first Shundo of the year. You know, I had to get beaten somewhere, you know, so it doesn't matter. Then the Go Plus has been getting a lot of things. I got shiny Patrat, shiny Tentacle, 3 shiny Corefishes from the event, another Tentacle. I did get a Zekrom, and that was the only shiny I got from the entirety of the event. I was like, I did about 30-something raids, Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyurem included. And only 1 shiny. I was like, I don't... What happened to the rates here? It's like, I feel like it wasn't as high as it could be. Then I did get a shiny Clauncher, which was fine. I traded for a Reshiram because, you know, lucky trades.
Yeah.
I did get a shiny Inkay, trade it, and we'll talk about that one in a second. and then I today, just on my walk, because I've been doing a lot of walking, I did get a shiny Cleffa from an egg, so, you know, pretty nice. So yeah, I'm actually kind of happy with the whole, now that I think about it. But let's go into the Hondo category real quick. And I did get a Piplup Hondo from the community today. I get a Hondo, Pikachu. Oh no, that was before. Before the New Year's. Shiny not shiny. Hondo Piplup, Hondo Terrapinch in the wild. Is that a wild one? Yeah, it was a wild one, surprisingly. I did get a Scatterbug Hondo from the Archipelago one. So that's actually our region. That was pretty nice. I did also get the Hondo Cloth. the new release Hundo, or the new release Pokemon.
Oh, really? Oh
Yeah,
my god.
yeah.
Yeah, because we only get a few of those.
You could do the field research to win a raid, and you could get a few more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember now.
It's between that and then Delmise, with Delmise, of course, being the shiny release of the end of the event, which now it's going to be possible to get until it comes back eventually,
Yeah.
And then the Kudogra. I did a non-lucky trade for an Inkay. I was like, might as well try to go for this one. I mean, it's just shiny. It's special trade. It was one of we were just sitting down having dinner after raid day, and we were like, let's do one more special trade. I had one more left because I did do the restaurant before, and that was a lucky trade. But this one was like, oh, let's just trade something because we need something. And then I was looking through the account and I was like, oh, you get an extra Inkay. I could probably get one of those, which will be fine, And I traded her, I believe, a Citrulet. I think one of the last ones that I had. And I was like, okay, oh, it became lucky. Cool. She checks her IVs. Her IVs are okay. And then I checked mine, and of course, it has to be the Shundo. My friend Malabar is here. It's like
your BFF.
My BFF is here. Yes. I am waiting to evolve it, just for a couple of reasons, and then powering up. There is also another reason because I want to power up later. But yeah, I'm happy. That is a brand new Shundo, the first Shundo of the year for me. Second in the group, unfortunately, because somebody else had to get the Shundo before me. But still, it's fun as it is. I'm glad that I got another Shundo early in the year. Hopefully, more to come. I am playing the game more than ever these days. Bit plentiful, of course, traits and everything. So it's fine. I like it. I'm glad that this is kind of the Shundo that happened to me. So I got a new Mega. Now I got like 2 new Shundo Megas for once they do release out there. And again, there is a reason why I don't want to evolve it yet, because sometimes when in raid days usually come around for the new Megas or anything, if they do come eventually, they usually have a special move. And that's that's one of the reasons why I want to actually keep it as it is until we actually get a little more information of when it's going to release. I'll still, walk with it. I'll become a buddy. I'll become my best friend eventually. But yeah, that's... What's up?
Does it have a special move in the new game?
I don't remember if it does. I mean, it could still. I mean, I gotta look it up. I don't know if it does or doesn't, but I mean, it usually gains like an ability or something. So, and because Legends Z-A doesn't actually have abilities incorporated into the game, it's just like the way that things are. It's just one of those things. It's like sub abilities, and once Champions comes out this year, that's when we're gonna find out a little bit more about how the abilities work for the new Megas and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right now, there is like pseudo abilities in some Pokemons. And it makes sense when they come into the field and everything like that, but there's not like all the big abilities. Like, let's say the Donso and Tatsugiri. If Tatsugiri has the Commander ability that will basically just jump into the mouth of the Donso, and then it powers up the Donso, stats and everything. It still does that in Legends Z-A. But I don't know how it really works in that sense when it comes into battle or something like that. It's just a little bit weird. So it's interesting. But yeah, we'll find out more later when it comes out to that. So I'm happy. Now, a few things that, I'm working on. Right now, I am working on the level 76 task. I completed every single other one, except the 300 kilometers. I am at 202 kilometers out of 300 right now. So I need 98 more kilometers to go.
Any day now.
And well, actually, I am working pretty hard because at the beginning of this week, I think I started, I believe, at around 150 or 140. So I have been working pretty much a lot. This week alone, I'm already almost at 73 kilometers for the week. Actually, no, it's almost 74 kilometers for the week. So,
oh my gosh,
I've been walking and walking and walking. I mean, honestly, I'm also kind of comparing it to trying to get 10 steps per day. So that way, at least, I'm moving my body and all the stuff, plus, other stuff anyways. But it is working. I'm making, it's at least 3.5 miles every day if I can. Yeah. And it's been working out pretty well, luckily. So I'll take it. But 98 kilometers. I have to work through 98 kilometers. And I am planning to hopefully get that before the end of this week. How about Obi-Wan Kenobi, thank you so much for joining us to the stream. I appreciate it very much. Hola, buenas noches. Buenas noches, my friend. So, Chris, what about you? Real quick, what is your progress to level 76?
I still have... Oh my gosh, I was just looking at it, but it was funny that you mentioned it. I'm at 140 kilometers out of the 200.
Okay.
I think it's going to be about another week for me. And for the rockets, it was 70.
Okay, so you're 70 out of 100 on the rockets.
Okay. That should be done about the same time as the kilometers, I feel like.
Well, whenever I did the rockets, that was pretty easy because every time I go around, I just grab whatever was on the way, so it was pretty easy. I do all my balloons almost every single time, and I get the chance to do all those pretty quickly. So that was actually done pretty easily. The walking has just been a little detrimental just because I'm the type, unfortunately, I don't walk as much as you, it's like you get to at least throughout most of 8 days through the day, you're at work. So
when I was walking for Universal too, oh my gosh, dude, I was getting good hours of walking every single day.
Yeah.
So I need to get in the habit of walking after my full-time job.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, having a sitting job really doesn't help us at that point, but or somewhere in that point. So, but I'm committed. At least, hopefully, I'll get to that point before the end of the week next week. I'll keep you guys updated when it comes down to it, of course. Check out my Twitter because I am actually posting that. And if you want to, actually, you can also follow me on Instagram. I do have my gym journey there right now, so I'll be posting. I'll be posting a few things here and there. I've been going about it for the last 11 days. Kind of broke my streak yesterday because I literally had work, raid day, and guests in the house. So by the time I finished, I was like, oh, I forgot about it. But, I kind of made it up a little bit by walking almost 6 miles today. I went for a lunch with friends, and then it was a real walk. So I just decided to be like, let me go ahead and walk for about 45 minutes or so. So that was a pretty nice. Plus, another 3.5 miles here before the podcast. So I've been pretty steadily getting to that point, and it's working. So that's perfect. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the beginning of the year has been kind of fun for me in that sense. It's like the game has definitely rewarded me. I am doing my daily instance daily now too again. Which unfortunately I've seen a couple of birds and they're not shiny or they run away. So also Articuno, you can go to hell because that's the only thing I see. But yeah, so it's been fun. It's been fun. But yeah, let's get into our current research topics of the week. We have a bunch of information about the events that are about to come and about events that will come by the time this podcast usually releases, but it is what it is. So first and foremost, let me get everything ready for you guys because I feel like I completely forgot to do this part. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. There we go. All right. So first event of the year. Charge up for a high Zaptitude event to unlock Quadrell's debut. So this is, I guess, another challenge that we'll have for the week. So that's going to be interesting. Starting on Tuesday, January 13 at 10 a.m. to Sunday, January 18 at 8 p.m. local time. The event bonuses of the event is increased chance to hatch shiny tadpole. That's the bonus? I'm sorry. That's the bonus of the event?
I'll believe it when I see it. No, I'm joking.
It doesn't even say increased chance of getting a shiny tadpole. It's just an increase of hatching a shiny tadpole.
We can hope that it have higher shiny chances in the wild as well. but I can assume that they either turned it way, way down in the wild or turned it off.
Right. Uh, there's got to be a global challenges. So global challenges will take place throughout the event. And explore with trainers around the world to unlock bonuses for all to enjoy. Once the challenge is complete, special bonuses will be unlocked for the remainder of the event when the next global challenge will begin. So so blank slate, no challenges, will have the increased chance of shiny Tapo. Cool. Okay. What's the first reward? The first level reward of the challenge will be 2 times experience for catching Pokemon. So if you're working to level up quickly, this is part of the event. So let's get to that point. Then level 2 rewards, it's going to be 2 times Stardust. I know a lot of people are looking for that for catching Pokemons. And then the Storm Petal Pokemon Wattrel and its evolution Kiwattrel, I'll say it right eventually, will make its Pokemon GO debut in the wild and field research. It does only take 50 candies to evolve it to Quadratrol, so that's pretty cool. And also, it's nice that it actually, once it unlocks, it's in the wild and the field research. So we won't really have to hunt too much for it for just getting a dex entry at that point. So that's pretty nice. And then level 3 of the global challenge will give us 2 times experience for hatching Pokemons and 2 times starters for hatching Pokemon. So basically, just the rewards for hatching at this point. Wild encounters. You may encounter event team Pokemons in the wild, including Chinchou, Helioptile, Tabo, which is in the wild, and more. You might even encounter a Shinx. I don't need that.
Your favorite.
Nah, I don't need that. You can go to the trash now. Anyways, in the X, so the following Pokemons will be appearing at a 2-kilometer X, everybody. Pichu, Elekid, which I know a lot of people are still looking for. Toxel, which I've been hatching the hell out of those this recently, and I still don't have the shiny. And then Tabo. So you definitely want to have your walking shoes for this one, because you're gonna be walking a lot when those eggs start populating.
Yeah, let's hope we get a bunch of 2Ks.
Hopefully that's the case. Field research stacks encounters, of course, will be available throughout the event, and it gets you event team Pokemon. So one of them will be the new Quatel once it comes out. There is a paytime research that actually will allow you to have has distance when eggs placed in incubators. So you're basically playing for the extra bonus. That's an interesting one. The time research rewards including, of course, 1 incubator, 1 super incubator, encounters with Tapo, and more. So I mean, you get a little more encounters there, but you're basically paying for the bonus, right? How do you feel about that, Chris?
Yeah, I guess it's not horrible because, you're essentially making it so you can hatch twice as many eggs.
True.
It would be nice if it came with a little bit more incubators. Keep in mind, though, that the event ones are 2 kilometer.
Yes.
So really, this half egg distance is really just for clearing out your storage that you're going to be starting the event with, if you still have it there when it starts, or getting rid of the eggs that are going to be clogging up your storage as you're trying to get those 2-kilometer eggs. So I think it's all right for $2. If it was any more, though, I couldn't really vouch for it that much.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too much. I mean, I'm kind of inclined because I do hatch a lot of eggs regardless.
I am definitely feeling it for this one.
Yeah. It's just one of those things that it propels me to be like, hey, do I want to just hatch more, have more chances? And now that I'm walking more just to get this point, because by the time this event starts, I'm trying to get to the next level. I might as well hatch more eggs anyways. I won't have too many to do it during the night times every day, but hey, it is what it is. And then, of course, there is the Ultra Ticket Box in the web store, which will give you an extra 2 max revise and an extra 2 max potions, which honestly, I don't even need those, but it's like... All right, so what do you think about this newer event? New shiny, new Pokemon. It's kind of the same what they did with the previous one, because we had a new Pokemon and a new shiny at the same time.
I think this one should be a little bit more exciting. A little bit of pun intended. Because, being able to get Wattrel in the wild is going to be nice. Just having them locked into field research and raids is kind of, lame in my opinion. So getting the chance for that will be definitely nice to start the new year.
Well, they're kind of, instead of like putting everything at once and be like, hey, this is the only way you can get this Pokemon or this new shiny, they're actually releasing it in a way that is a little easier, I guess, in some ways, because technically they'll be in the wild. The shinies will be in the wild. It's like not Delmice. Delmice has only been in raids and in research, but then you still got to do raids to do research. It's kind of one of those things in the end of the day. So I'm like, However, it's still pretty nice to say the least that we'll be able to get some things done. All right, Chris, what about the next event?
Well. How precious. Make memories with your buddy Pokemon during the Precious Pals event. Precious Pals will begin on Tuesday, January 20th at 10 a.m. to Sunday, January 25th at 8 p.m. local time. And guess what? There will be shinies. Very interesting. It's going to be shiny Fido if you're lucky. Event bonuses. There'll be additional candy extra large when walking your buddy Pokemon. Earn additional hearts with your buddy Pokemon. Increased chance to encounter shiny Goldeen, everyone's favorite buddy. Increased chance to hatch shiny Goldeen and shiny Fido. Limited time evolution requirement to evolve Eevee into Sylveon after earning 20 hearts with Eevee as your buddy. Limited time evolution requirement for Pancham evolving into Pangoro after catching 10 dark type Pokemon with Pancham as your buddy. And a limited time evolution requirement for Palmo into Palmot after exploring 5 kilometers with Palmo as your buddy. So I'm assuming that's going to be part of a challenge, but I am going to make note of that and try to evolve a few of those.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Yeah, and those evolution requirements will return to the usual requirements on Sunday, January 25th at 8 p.m. local time. So definitely try to knock them out at least before Saturday, the 24th, I would say.
I want to say a little something real quick before that. The normal requirements for some of these Pokemon. So Sylveon's requirement, it usually takes about 70 hearts. So you're getting way more than that. Pangoro's catching ability, it's actually 32 dark type Pokemon, so even catching only 10 actually works out pretty well for you. And then I can't really remember right now Palmo's
I might have
requirements. I mean, if I bought one, I could probably tell you, but
You know what? I'll just Google it.
I'll have bought one just in case, just to see what it does. But I think it's like 20 kilometers, I believe. So it's definitely a
25.
25. Okay, so you're really getting to the point where I'm like, oh, okay, that's definitely
a walking. So like a day of walking. You throw an Eevee. What's it called? The Poffin, and then maybe you can knock that out in a day. The 10 dark types, maybe you get that in an afternoon, especially if you use the dusk Necrozma. Is that the one that does dark types?
Yeah, I believe so. So that's helped you out a lot.
Yeah, so it should be pretty nice if you have some hundos or shinies you want to evolve. Other than that, there'll be wild encounters.
Yep.
You may encounter event-themed Pokemon in the wild, including Goldeen, Zora, Wimpod, Fido, and more. You might even encounter Esper.
Also, this is not including this is not including Hisu and Zora, by the way. Just to let you guys know. That shiny has not been released either, so
Yeah. A lot of really good shinies. So I'm kind of scratching my head at Goldeen.
Yeah, I know, right?
But the other ones have some pretty notable trainers that go with them. But you can say that for pretty much every.
I'm definitely gonna go for the Esper because I need a good Honda for that one.
Interesting. The following Pokemon will hatch from 2 kilometer eggs: Goldeen, Togepi, Happiny, Railu, and Fido. I do like this transition into event Pokemon being in the 2 kilometer eggs for these two events.
I'm liking it too because I don't have to worry about 7k eggs or anything like that throughout the event. So that's
Oh
very
my
nice.
gosh.
Thank God.
Yeah, it's cool when they have like really nice shinies in there, but dude, I did not get anything from the Christmas one. Field research task rewards. Event themed field research tasks will be available, and they will reward you with berries and encounters with event themed Pokemon. So keep your eyes peeled for those. Collection challenges. Yep, complete the collection challenges to receive XP, Stardust, and encounters with Fido. Uh, they're not specifying that it involves evolution, but I would assume if they're making them a lot easier, then that might be one of the things that's on there. So definitely keep your eyes peeled.
Definitely.
For $4.99, you'll get a paid timed research that will give you a Poffin. Hey, Eevee. An event themed avatar pose, encounters with event themed Pokemon, and more. The event pose is you making a heart like a gesture, and then you make it with your hands afterwards, and it's really cute. So just in time for Valentine's
I was about
Day.
to say it is like, couldn't they just release this in Valentine Day?
they might not have well, no, they always do a Valentine's Day event, don't they?
Yeah, they do. But, it's like, whatever.
They're weird.
Right?
If you buy this box on the web store, you'll also get a premium battle pass. So if you're planning on buying it, buy it on the web store. But yeah, I would personally, looking at this event, probably give it like a 7 or a 7 to an 8. Looking at it,
Yeah,
it's not crazy, but it looks like fun.
I mean, they definitely have some really good shinies. Again, we're scratching our heads on Goldeen, but it is what it is. Shiny Fado is pretty cool, and I'm glad that Pokemon is finally getting a shiny release because you see in the wild, and you're like, do I want to catch you? Kind of deal.
Yeah, it's sad because it's a really good fairy type in the main series.
True. So Togepi, in the 2 kilometer eggs, Togepi, of course, being a Master Link monster to a lot of the dragons out there. Happiny is definitely something that a lot of people haven't been able to hatch recently. Riolu is really a good one. You do have the new Mega too, so you definitely got to look into that. And then, of course, Fido. But, it's one of those things. And then transitioning from one egg to another, you're technically not losing too much because you're still doing the same thing, although you won't get the same bonuses as the other one because you kind of lose the 2 hatch time bonus from the pay time research from the previous event, but still you if you're already in the grind, you might as well just go ahead and do that anyway, so it's not too bad. So yeah, I'll give it somewhere around 8 right now, but we'll see how the event really feels once it comes out. I'm still looking for a drop, so hopefully that's still in rotation even if it doesn't, so we'll figure that out. I know this is that's the weirdest thing to say right now, but All right, so next on that, it's something that's actually pretty interesting because as of January 6th, a significant change in Pokemon Go spawns behavior actually happened. With local spawn points either disappearing, moving, or being replaced altogether. Reports suggest this may be a part of the global spawn point refresh acting as whenever the Pokemon appears. So, it's a lot of different things in there. Some trainers have been talking about it. It's like, what's going on? This one here from Tiny Tiger XO says here, I usually have 2 or 3 spawns. This is a nice change and it reminds me of what the old house was like before I moved. So it was 2 or 3 spawns. Now it has like 2, 4, 6, 7 spawns out there. There's, of course, other Pokemons in the wild, unusual Pokemon sightings like Pyro and Alolan Ninetales. I have seen the Pyro, actually. There's also like Magikarp, Sock, Magneton, and Dribble. I'm guessing Sock is in the other regions. Houndstone. I think I've seen Houndstone actually before the spawn change recently. And then Heliop type sighting. So it's kind of interesting in the end of the day. However, players, of course, are either happy or unhappy with this kind of thing. Because not all of them are, a positive thing. Some of them have been really negative. And even I think I have felt that too. Because in my house alone, I had about maybe 3 or 4 spawns. and I've seen that about maybe just 2 reachable without special right now. However, my neighborhood has definitely actually gotten way more spawn points recently, which is, I mean, it's okay because I am playing more outside now, walking out more and everything, and I'm literally doing 3 miles every other day now. So my Go Plus goes a little crazy now, so which is good because I have over 3,000 Pokeballs and I need to get rid of eventually. But yeah, it's not a bad change in some ways, but some players have actually seen it. Have you actually noticed anything recently for you, Chris? Any spawn change points in your house?
I'll be honest, I haven't paid attention as much as I did when I was living in a house versus an apartment.
But just in
But
general,
as,
have you actually seen any changes to your spawn points right now, like where you're living right now?
not crazy different. If I have a difference, it's probably just more spawns, to be honest,
Which is
for
good.
the apartment.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely no complaints here. And then at my work, there's plenty of spawns there too.
Yeah.
So I got no complaints personally.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been working in different places, but the one that I've been the most, I think, has gained a couple more extra spawns. But I'm just letting the Gold Plus just literally restock for me the entirety of the event. So, also, just subscribe for 4 months at Tier 1. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. Also, check out Sleep It Off. We'll have a new episode out pretty soon, guys. Pretty soon. So yeah, I mean, I know that the community has definitely worded out. It's like, hey, I'm sorry, I lost most of my spawns. I have 0 spawns now. I think a friend of ours from our group actually said that it's
Zero spawn.
no, yeah, no. She literally said she
Horrible.
had about like a few, and then now it's like Thanos step. Right now, all her spawns are gone. So, and then I was listening to Laura the other day, and they kind of make a good point. It's like, do you want like a cluster of spawns, not I'm not saying your house, but like a cluster spawn on a parking lot at Walmart, or do you want it on places where people actually do walk and things like that, like a park? It's kind of those things. It's like you gotta mitigate, your real way of actually adventuring with this game. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's still pretty cool that you actually are able to, go to Walmart and still see as many spawns as possible, especially because now they're sponsored and everything. But it's kind of like, it should be good regardless. It's just sometimes the worst when people are just like, hey, I only get my daily Pokemon and that's it. It's like, that's all I do for the day. If you're really complaining about that, then you're basically just only playing because you're in the house most of the time. So, and that's all really I'm gonna say about that, because it is what it is. So, but yeah, no, not too bad in the end of the day. After that, we actually have no more news. There's actually, okay, well, I'll go over a few more things, just because it's out there and things like that. It's just that I didn't really want to cover it too much, just because there's a lot of people who don't listen to this podcast from other places, but and at the same time, it is what it is. But we do have an event over at Jakarta. This is actually happening January 11th to February 15. Looks like every Sunday there will be like a car-free day, and of course there will be different spawns throughout every Sunday. It happens from 6 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. local time. Basically, it's like, I think they're trying to like get rid of cars throughout those days so people don't use their cars and everything. I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know. But each week, each Sunday, they're gonna have a different spawn pool of starters. So they have like, like Sunday, we'll have the 11th, they'll have Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Trico, all those ones, all those things. And then rotates out into the next generations, and then the next generations, and then goes back again. And, that's the things for the next few Sundays. There's a souvenir. I guess there will be offline locations for the Pokemon GO CFD party event during the designated hours. Pedestrian areas and all the stuff. Pretty cool to find. Some time research for players with, actually, you'll get a Pikachu wearing a party hat with the Jakarta location background. So, another exclusive background for a lot of people. That's pretty cool. Add me so that way you can trade me or remote trade me eventually.
Yeah.
But that, it's still pretty cool. I guess, some things that are exclusive to that, they'll be exclusive to a lot of people. And that's what I really like. It's like there's still some exclusivity out there. aside from the raids and everything, because I mean, if you get invited to the raid, get it, but you don't get the location background or even the special background. It's a different story altogether. And then there is now happening as of right now, because it is the other part of the world, the Australia Open 2026. And then, it looks like Pokemon Go is doing something for that. On Monday, January 12th at 9 a.m. to Sunday, February 1st, local time. The Australia Open is happening. It is happening as of right now, but again, it is what it is. Trainers may encounter the Pikachu wearing the red party hat, Meryl, Whooper, Mantine, and Ducklet in the wild, and of course, all of them can be shiny. The bonuses will be like, lure modules activated throughout the event will last for 3 hours. Lure modules will have a chance of attracting Unknown A and Unknown O. Stardust for trades, and then 1 additional special trade per day. So I think they get 3 per day if the whole event starts. So. And this is almost like a month's worth, because from the 12th to the 1st, so that's pretty cool. And there's also a collection challenge for them if you're in the area. So I'll reach out to our friend Lachlan out there in Australia and see if he can get us a few things. That'd be pretty cool. I got a lucky trade with him eventually. So
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it on those, because again, some messages here and there. If anybody out there is listening from other part of the world, I appreciate it. If you are, join us, because there's some exclusivity out there. But I'm actually happy that they're still doing things like this. They have different on-off events that they just parts of the world have, and then they just add a few things that the game just amplifies at that point. So that's pretty cool. All right, yeah. Well,
it definitely is sad, to miss out on that. But yeah, very exciting for them to get a nice event over in Australia.
Australia, definitely, especially since they're like the beta testers for us at Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
They're getting a few things here and there. All right, so that's pretty much on the news on Pokemon Go. Let's move over to our main series news. There is a few things to talk about. Of course, that being said, the other game that we play, Pokemon TCG Pocket, its ranked season has begun, and I am gunning for Master this time around.
Dude, I'm doing bad. Blaziken has made a comeback.
Blaziken, brother, Suicune, it's like the deck to beat these days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's all over the place. Suicune Greninja. I might just go into the dark side and just make a Suicune Greninja deck or something, because
I might have to. Anytime somebody beats me with a deck, it makes me want to use that deck.
It's just such a powerful deck, and I'm just like, you really gotta think, especially when you see just in general, you see water energy as the starting thing, and I'm like, great. So
no, good.
Yeah, I don't want this. I don't need this, but it is what it is. So the 3 main meta decks I believe that a lot of people are using is Suicune Greninja's top number 1, Hydreigon and Mega Absol, and Altaria, Mega Altaria. Those decks are actually pretty consistent in their ways, and at the same time, that just helps out a lot to get to that point. They're pretty quick. Unfortunately, they only require a bit energy, and then Hydreigon is just broken as it is. So it's possible to see those decks the most when it comes down to it. I am at Great League right now, or not Great League, but Great Ball tier. Yeah. I didn't really do too much last season because I was trying to complete the set more than anything. But
Dude, I felt like the season ended in no time.
True.
Last time.
But yeah, it's one of those things. So I'll be running a few different things just to counter the meta for a little bit. And if once I feel a little bit bored, I'll probably do something else. But we'll figure that out when we get there. And then I think the ranked season, it just started 3 days ago, I believe. So it still goes over until, let's check this out, just to make sure that everybody is aware. Yeah, it started on the 9th and it ends on the 26th. Actually, it's a pretty short season now to think about it. It's less than a month when it comes down to it. And then the announcement on the February. There is a rumor, and I'm sure it's going to get announced pretty soon, that the deluxe pack is coming back.
Dude, already?
I know, right? I'm not sure if it will come back with the same cars or it will add more to the list. They did say that in the previous post from the developers is that they are wanting to include like the cards that you get from the logs, because technically they're all repeat.
Yeah.
They wanna actually to also include it in your other main sets. So instead of like getting a Sabrina from just the deluxe and it doesn't count for your main set in Genetic Apex, it will still work towards that for some reason. So I don't know. I'll see what once it comes out. I think it comes out probably in about a week from now.
Yeah.
If it does, great. If it's just the same, I did get pretty good, and I'm close to completing the main set, so I don't really need too much. So I'm probably not gonna open too much. I'm actually gonna open just a couple free packs here and there, and focus on getting other stuff out there. Just for that reason, I'm like let me remember. I'm like probably 6 cards away or from the main set or something like that. 8 cards away from the main set. And I'm trying to complete other like cool cards and everything. So. I've been getting my Wonder Picks on my 24-hour Wonder Picks the entirety of the time since completing the set. Although, for some reason, I thought I was going to get another one today, and I just didn't see it, which is surprising. I waited over 48 hours, and I still don't see another one. It's probably because some of the cards that I want are already gone, or people are just not opening the packs as much as possible anymore. It's possible. But, I mean, this game has taken over my second part of my life now. So, we'll see. And then you got anything else to add to the TCG?
Nothing crazy. Dude, it's all I'm gonna say is it's been a hot minute since I've got an interactive rare.
Oh yeah. You have not gotten the Charizard one yet?
Nah, and I missed out on the megas so far.
Sucks. I think I have like an extra Altaria eventually, but if they ever allows us to trade those, that will be a different story. So we'll see. Yeah, because I've always gone for the immersive every time a new set comes out. So
yeah.
With that being said, of course, then is the last little piece of news. Legends Z-A since Battle Royale Season 5, I believe, has started. This one will grant you the Mega Stone for Mega Sceptile, which, of course, is only unlockable through that. And you can still earn the Bascu, or what? It's not Basculian. It's a Bascabular, or whatever the Ice Dragon is. You can still earn that through the battles. So, you can still get through that. I believe at least the ones for... that's pretty cool. I believe the ones for the Kalos starters are gone for now, but, they'll most likely eventually come back at some point. So keep an eye out for those when they do. Right now, they're just, working through the seasons. And, I'm kind of liking it. I'm still kind of working on the DLC. I finished the main DLC story. I'm working at the post DLC stuff. I'm still kind of struggling and getting some information. I got to do a little bit of research because there's a lot of donut power that I got to work on. But I did get a couple of shinies, actually. I think my last shiny was a Golurk or something. So that's pretty cool. And that thing has a Mega now. So yeah, I'll be working on a few things here and there. And hopefully more. I know the Pokemon proper, it's the 30-year anniversary is coming in. Well, technically it's already here because it's the year 2026. But... in about a month from now, probably a little bit more or less, we'll get more information about what Pokemon is really trying to think for the next few months. For the rest of the year, really, because it's going to be a 4-year worth of 30 years anniversary. So that's going to be wild when we get there. But yeah, anything else to add? I know, Chris, I think I'm going to buy you that game so you guys can enjoy it.
It's funny. I got it for Christmas.
Hey.
So I do just need to start playing it. I have 2 days off, so I'll probably start playing it. But yeah, I'm on top of it, bro.
Yeah. I'll be like Did you see what happened? Anyways, hey, I've been trying pretty good actually, not telling you what's going on aside from.
You know what? Yeah, I need to get that Excalibur stuff. I need to get that actually.
Yeah. Good luck with that. You gotta at least get to a high level.
Oh no.
I mean, you can play with whatever Pokemon really. I mean, I think the cap is always 50, but it was defaults to 50. So I mean, you can use baby Pokemon, but you gotta go high ranks.
I got you.
Yeah, well, I mean, most of the megas you just need to like rank S to get there, so it doesn't really work. I think a couple of games usually gets you there, so it's pretty nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think there's any more news unless I'm missing anything. Let me just check Pokemon Go proper, just because they love to drop things when we're ending. I'm pretty sure by the time we end this today, we're gonna hear something. But if not, it's gonna be by tomorrow anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, check out Sleep It Off or Pokemon Sleep. I know we play that game more consistently than anything. You'll check that out, and once the episode comes out, just not looking at you. I know you're in the chat. But anyways, thank you so much. Anything else for you to add, Chris, before we go through our socials here?
Nothing I can think of. But yeah, it's been good, man.
It's been good too. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to the podcast, everybody. Make sure you check us out on our socials or any of the podcast services feeds, even Pickaxe. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We got videos out there and everything, so you guys can check that out. Our socials: Pure Let It Go, Pokemon Trigger Please, and Purified Podcast. Definitely check those out there. You can email us anything to the purifiedpodcast@gmail.com. Actually, I forgot to say a few things. Somebody in the Discord shared some things here in our Purified Podcast Discord. Somebody got a Hundo Mr. Mine. That's pretty cool. And then another Hundo Ducklet.
Hundo Mr. Mine.
Yeah. You gotta love when people are around the world, right? So that's pretty cool. I think somebody actually also shared a few things before, and I just completely forgot to check that thing. So, like Professor Glaw actually got a Hondo Necrozma and fused it to the Solgaleo, and then Monkey Bread did. So that's pretty cool. So keep sharing it, guys. If you do, we're in our Patreon Discord. Just check us out there. Patreon exclusive, of course. So just make sure.
Love to see the flex.
Yeah, I love to see the flex and everything like that. So I know people are getting their Shandos and everything through the other means. So that's pretty cool. Anyways. And then, of course, don't forget to check us out at the PokemonProfessorNetwork.com. With that being said, Chris, take us away for the night.
Alrighty. Welcome into this new year with us. Hope you guys have been doing fantastic. We look forward to playing through the game with you guys through this year and, enjoying all the shinies, hundos, and fun that we have along the way. So we'll catch you guys next week with even more Pokemon Go news. And yeah, looking forward to it. Hope you guys are too. See you then.
Keep purifying everybody, and we'll see you guys next time.